Alright, headset should be on and audio looks good, connection looks good. We are good to stream. I guess the stream cat will wear the rabbit headbands to be festive for Easter. I think it's happening one of these days. Easter is when Jesus laid a divine Easter egg, I think. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, South. Do a couple of matches of this probably, and either more of this or something else. Always taking requests. This in-game event is going on for 13 days at least. It's usually not as much time for most events. Usually they go on for like at most a week, but I think most are more like 3-4 days kind of things. Friday to Saturday is the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution. Ooh, praise be. Gonna be very patriotic. It'll be very cool. Hopefully I can get the stream cat to wear a miniature American flag or something. Can't play because you got family events. Oh, that's too bad, but hopefully those family events are even better. Maybe you can play Call of Duty with your family. That would either be a really close family or a family that hates each other. Either way, hope the family event goes well. If you're super cool, maybe you find the biggest TV in the place, put on my stream, blast it at full volume, and everyone will be like, "What are you doing? Turn that down." Then you can say no. Go against the grain of society. Have your Joker moment. Nice junk scooter. Neat. Even if it's a junk scooter, that could not have been easy to fish out of the lake. "15.6 kilograms. It's a very sturdy fishing line that we've got here on stream. Let's see. Protocol? It's not too bad. Protocol is okay. If it's a little dreary, could have been way worse. Could have been Babylon or Nuketown. Hey, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Skill Spider TV and Good Friday.
Eliminate all threats.
Hope you all are doing well. Great time to tune in. Caught me at the beginning of the beginning match. Let's be one of these people running up to the windows to see if anyone else is looking in the other windows. Oh shit. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle gunned me down from behind. I hope that's how I die. So lovely. No, I did that to him. You fucked Raphael. Is it Raphael or was that Donatello? It's hard to tell if that's red or purple from here. That's red. That was Raphael. Gotta love it when you guess the correct Ninja Turtle on the first try. Oh, I'm getting some in-game lag. That's not the best.
We're winning. Keep it that way.
Hopefully it doesn't come across on the stream. Oh, new Insurgency Sandstorm update. Cool, cool. I would not mind playing
You're
some
falling behind, Crimson.
Insurgency, now that you've mentioned it. I think the last time I played was after the crossplay update, which was huge. I played for years before we got crossplay. Now the game feels much more busy. Pretty great.
Standing stand. The lead is ours.
Maybe not as busy as Call of Duty, but what could be? Maybe FIFA, now known as EAFC. Hey, what up, Annie's Macarios, if I'm pronouncing that one correctly? I'm doing alright, and do I watch anime? Good question, some of it. I love the Dragon Ball franchise, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, especially. That hit for me at like the perfect time, just when I was becoming an adult and rediscovering Dragon Ball. I also like Death Note, I think. Yeah, I saw Death Note all the way through. I heard it was a terrible Netflix adaptation. Dragon Ball Bozy is your favorite one? Cool. Oh yeah, there is a link to the channel's Discord server. Should be on the Twitch profile.
We've
I
taken
would
the
love
lead.
to have you
Stay
there.
on task.
It's a pretty dead server, but someday maybe it won't be. Shoot.
You're
Got him.
dead.
We've given up the lead.
I'm not going to be buying any artwork, but thanks for tuning in anyway. Annie's Lucario. Or Annie Lucario, looks like. That's the name.
Spring mine spotted.
And he's just standing there.
Now hold it.
So was the other guy. I love it when a couple of exploitable mistakes happen in front of me. Got him.
Hostiles done. Subjects front.
Oof, Spring Mine got us, but
Hostiles
I
reclaimed
was
the
able
lead.
to shoot that guy before the Spring Mine detonated on me.
We're winning. Keep it that way.
I don't want to try The Last of Us 2 on grounded difficulty again, even though I think it's twice
given up the
on this
lead.
channel I've officially given up on that. I don't ever actually learn my lessons, so I guess attempting the feudal over and over again is a part of that. Which is also maybe why I play Call of Duty so much. Win or lose, one deathmatch will be the same as the next.
Pretty nice to see you again.
You know what's crazy that I think about sometimes? That the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake isn't coming out until August? Wasn't that, like, officially revealed and shown off, like, a year or two ago? Crazy.
Eyes on.
If they make a real Metal Gear Solid 6, I wonder if it'll play like the upcoming remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. We're losing the deathmatch at the moment, unfortunately. But like I said, pretty dreary map. You walk out on a day like this, you're like, oh, the sun is not really shining. Or at least the clouds are covering it up. Feels like a time to lose the team deathmatch. Now, if we were on something like Derelict, with a more vibrant, temperate atmosphere, maybe we'd be a little more motivated to win.
Concussion grenade out.
I think I'm out of missions for Marvel Rivals, but it refreshes in, I think, like, almost exactly 12 hours, I think. At least in my time zone. I think with each season they change the time of day that the missions, refresh. I think now it's at 5 AM when the new, missions in that game go live. So if I stream for 12 hours, we may, end with Marvel Rivals.
Enemy expired.
Let me go prone on the sofa. Exploring that. Gotta check that person first. I was gonna say, let me check Twitch chat again and refresh the app. I wonder if they updated the enhanced Grand Theft Auto 5 yet to re-include the text chat and the legacy version. was excited for the free upgrade from Legacy to Enhanced on PC, but I lost enthusiasm when it turns out there's no in-game communication.
I'm neutralized.
No text chat, at least. And I don't think anyone uses their microphones and Grand Theft Auto Online free roam. I know we're still losing, but, you know, they're type losing vibes. This stream was intentionally titled knowing that we'd be playing some Call of Duty. Had to prepare for the inevitable.
Gun inbound.
MCT's nearly dry. Get serious, Crimson.
No one up there? Alright. In less than a minute this match will end. Should we do more of this? Or should we try and find something else? If we can get a kill with our Springvine in the minute that we have left. Stranger things have happened.
Enemy grenade!
Maybe a horror game would be pretty fun. Been sitting on the Dead Space remake for a while.
Drop them.
Rest and recuperate. Tomorrow you'll be running drills until you drop.
We missed our shot, and they made us pay.
Oh, there was. Love it when you show up on the best play.
The fuck, it didn't even open.
Maybe we could start one of the Yakuza games and just play retro Psyche games. Not even play the main story. Maybe one more match of COD. I don't think I'm feeling it so much to play for an extended amount of time. Unless anyone in the chat wants to see some more. Let's check out our loadouts. Alright, let's go back to the grind map. The generic skate park, now without any TMNT references. Which is much less cool, in my opinion. Let's see how we do here.
Team deathmatch. Destroy the enemy.
Hostile squad.
Taking control.
Got him. See if we can get that guy.
Falling behind.
Not quite.
He's done.
Engage and shoot. Going up.
Tactical incoming!
This does seem like a lot of fun to skate on. Then either skate or returning pro skater. Fortunately, this is not that game.
Effective shot.
EA is making a new skate game. It should be free to play with a heavy emphasis on multiplayer. It should be really cool if they pull it off well.
Crack.
Alright, cool. Somehow managed to survive that.
Come on. 5 hostiles neutralized.
Where are all the enemies?
What the
Up
fuck?
there? There's one.
TACOM, launch a UAV.
UAV in the turn. We have eyes on. Counter UAV available for tasking.
Marshal requesting CUAV task.
Counter UAV above. Music on.
UAV flight time 50%. Find out.
Good fuck's sake.
We lost track of him for a moment,
Moving with
but
Archangel.
we're still winning.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
Archangel making
We're
noise.
still keeping up that score.
Focus terminating ECM operation.
So there's a couple of guys over here.
Now check your fire. I've been over my
Hey, welcome back to Chat Self. This may be why you retired from COD and switched to Research and Sandstorm. Yeah, can't blame you. Death is pretty immediate in both games, but feels like it has just a little more weight to both the life and the death than Insurgency. Life is pretty plentiful and cheap in Call of Duty. We're more like ragdolls just shooting lasers at each other rather than an actual war situation, which is a little more like what Insurgency is.
watch it.
Now, if there was a war, the guy that we just shot to death would have absolutely lost it. at least confidently say that. Unfortunately, when I died,
Disarm the string mine.
the same cycle of violence
Tactical.
that I used to kill everyone else. Ooh, level 33.
You thought this was over?
Insurgency Sandstorm kinda needs some brain cells. COD is maybe button clicking. Yeah, true. I think you can approach COD very smartly, but it's very, it's a lot like Smash Brothers, honestly. You know, there's a very low skill floor, but extremely high skill ceiling. Like, COD is an esport as much as any, like, one-on-one fighting game is. But it's also super accessible and just easy to play mindlessly, which a lot of people do, which I usually do. And I usually sometimes play Insurgency Sandstorm a little more mindlessly than maybe I should to really help my team. But, I know what you mean. Can't really get away with it in that game. Usually I'm okay with dying and sitting out for a couple minutes, but it's a good deterrent for most people. No one to play some legit. Yeah, so Insurgency now. Insurgency Sandstorm. Insurgency Sandstorm. Insurgency Sandstorm is a difficult game title to say many times over. Really gives you that push back. Ooh, long shot. And we get another one. Yeet. And weapon level 17. See if only each individual weapon in Insurgency Sandstorm levels assigned to it. That would be even more dopamine. COD is amazing at least like scientifically extracting the maximum amount of dopamine possible from the human brain when it plays this game. You are never bored in this game, gameplay wise, graphically. It speaks to the human id. Insurgency Sandstorm is the COD of Milsim. COD is the COD of arcade shooters. True. That's a good way to put it. I think it is a really good midpoint between something more Milsim-ish like Arma, which I don't really like because it's too inaccessible for me. I respect that game, and I love people that know more about it than me and are much more better at it than me than I could ever be. But Arma is not really for me, but Insurgency is just accessible enough and sells the feel of a gunfight well enough. But it's simultaneously both accessible but really interesting, and I enjoy that. See, the problem you are shooting and stopping, which is correct in Insurgency Sandstorm, but the correct way of shooting and moving fast is in COD. Yeah, true. I think the meta is to like, oh, shit, I shot in the back. Neat. You're supposed to like sprint toward people and then slide on them. I'm gonna start trying that. That's a good idea.
Perfect
Or not.
execution.
I'll just
The
win
Pantheon's firmly
effortlessly
pissing in
anyway.
themselves right now.
You take that victory
That
lap
was a
now.
really good tip though. I'll switch to some Insurgency from now, because that sounds fun. But next time I'll remember to do the sprint and slide. That's exactly what all the good COD players do. Arma and Tarkov is the god of military Insurgency Sandstorm, Battlefield 1, a couple levels down, and Battlefield 5 in 2042, and COD is lower. True. Yeah, I would say if you imagine a spectrum of FPS games, from like Milsim to arcade, you may have Arma at one far end and then Call of Duty on the other end. And I'd say slightly away from Call of Duty toward Arma or the Battlefield games. 2042 was especially pretty arcadey. I never played much of Battlefield 5, but I heard good things. Have a great dinner, Self. Hopefully you'll catch me winning the Forever War when you get back. Hope you can come witness the war on a full stomach. And I hope it's tasty. Let's see what we can do in the meantime. Maybe I'll save Insurgency for when you get back. Would always appreciate some backseat gaming in the middle of the war zone. For now, let's see what we can do. Did the new season of Overwatch come out yet? Nope, not yet. Rip. Still a few days for that. Still about a day until new Marvel Rivals missions. Ooh, maybe some Mortal Kombat campaign. Could be fun. Or Last of Us Part 2 Grounded difficulty. Shit, might as well. Just to once again prove to myself that it is, in fact, impossible. On Twitch, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered has been hovering steadily at just under 5,000 viewers each time I've played it over the past few days. Pretty interesting. Would not mind getting 4,500 people in the stream. Make a small party out of it. Alright, game should be loading in a second. It runs pretty well most of the time. I said it runs pretty well most of the time. I said it runs pretty well most of the time. Maybe my words do not reflect objective reality right now. That's vexing. I'll try to overcome that personal character flaw. Oh wait, the screen flickered. Alright. Now we're going. Now we're going. You might be eating literal dinner, South, but we are finally eating metaphorical dinner. I say that now, but thinking out loud. It's actually going to be our fictional enemies who are probably going to be eating us for dinner. And not in a fun way. Just in a generally violent, melodramatic way.